Houston, we have a problem. My gazebo is leaking.
Pretty much from everywhere. Look, I just got another one. I thought I fixed the problem last year. I fixed one problem, but now brought this problem, which is the worst problem you can have when installing roofing. For those of you that don't know, this is my polycarbonate roofing that I installed 3-4 years ago when I built the gazebo. I'm gonna try and fix the problem because clearly I want this area to be completely waterproof, especially in my little electronics section here. Look, it's wet right there, so it's probably dripping. Oh, there it is. It's all good over here, thank goodness. So I bought this silicone here. It's the GE SCS 1700. And I 3D printed and I created this cap that's gonna go on the polycarbonate, and this is just a test piece because I wanted to see if maybe this silicone would break down the polycarbonate. Hopefully it doesn't. It grabs on good, it doesn't break the polycarbonate. That's all I wanted to make sure with this test. Look how this thing rusted out. I thought I bought stainless steel. Clearly it wasn't stainless steel. So I mean, if anything, it's probably leaking because of this. It's funny how the camera picks up this color, but I don't see that color. That's funny. Anyways, I brought the styrofoam so I don't break polycarbonate sheets. I think they're like 3-4 years old, so I'm not gonna take a chance. Now, let's get on this roof. Oh my God, this is for sure why they're leaking. Oh my God. Okay, that was a big mistake of leaving it loose. Oh crap. Okay, so note to self, they were way too loose. You actually want to tighten them down so they do sandwich, because this is too loose. Or maybe come back up once a year and just make sure to tighten them. I'm not sure. Yeah, some of them are just too loose. And if I push down, there's about 1 millimeter under the head of the screw. So clearly, that's one of the big issues here. Look how dirty that is. There we go. We got birdies. That's the bigger model right there. I don't know if you could see it. And then that right there is the smaller model that I just modified. You could still see it at an angle, but if you look straight up, it's not visible. Whereas this one is. I feel a bit stupid because I 3D printed like 20 of them throughout the week, and now I'm gonna have to 3D print a couple of more here. I just 3D printed like 8 of them, so that's what I'm gonna be installing right now. And I'm already hearing that, you know, whenever the sun comes out, I do hear the little crackling noises again, which, you know, 2-3 years ago, we fixed it by making them looser. And now we know that as soon as you loosen it, then you have the issue of water coming through. So you either have no water and crackling noises, or no noise, but you get water. And so with this 3D printed thing I created, I'm hoping that I could get the best of both worlds. I'm gonna keep the bolts or the screws down kind of loose enough that the panels could move. Those little things that I'm gonna silicone into place. I'm hoping that that becomes our waterproofing system. So these ones I will leave like this. You see, nice and loose. Make sure it's all around. Not too thick, but just enough to make it waterproof. I don't want it looking all goopy. The least amount needed, just enough to make it waterproof. I just need to make sure to put it dead center. And I pushed it nice and solid. There we go. I'm gonna wait about 30-40 minutes until it's hardened, and then I'm gonna put the cap on. I really don't want this one crackling, making those loud little popping noises when it's really sunny out. And I'm gonna see if this works the way I want it, then technically this O-ring with the cap is gonna be the waterproofing, and the screw in that washer is really just there to hold the panel down. So I guess we will soon find out if this ended up working or if it didn't. I have silicone all around. And then you see there, see that silicone there? And then I just eyeball it, I put my eye right over it. And I make sure to push down. Not too hard, but just enough to centered with it, so I'll be able to remove the washer and the screw. So I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna go ahead and keep doing this to all the other ones, and I'll show you guys in 2 minutes, or I'll show you guys in about an hour when I put the cap back on. All right, so it's been about 30-40 minutes. The silicone I could see is already starting to set because I can't move these. I 3D printed more. I got some white ones and some black ones. And I also 3D printed a bunch of caps. So I am ready to put on these caps. 1, 2, 3, 4, I just installed 8. So let's go ahead and install these caps because I have a feeling it's gonna rain tonight. Awesome. So let's hope this fix is actually gonna last. I'll keep you guys up to date if I get another leak. If you wanna do the same, I'm gonna leave the 3D model right here in Maker World. And if you wanna try out the same silicone, this is the one. All links are gonna be in the description.